Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We welcome you, whatever time and wherever in the world you are listening. We are pleased you have found us. You are now listening to Inside the Bunghole, a podcast taking you on a journey through wine. Together, we will learn more about this wonderful elixir of life. So raise your glass to welcome your hosts and partners in wine, Pam and James. You are now Inside the Bunghole.
Welcome back to another fun and exciting episode of Inside the Bunghole.
Yes.
I'm Pam. James and Armand are here.
And Jay's here. Jay, what is your last name?
Last name is Nixon.
President Nixon. Our Mojo Nixon.
Exactly.
Now, Jay, what do you got there with you?
This is my new product. It's called Buzz Buddy. So it's, without getting too weird and sciencey right off the bat, it's a alcohol metabolism product. Basically, if you drink, you should use Buzz Buddy to help protect your liver and your brain and not get a hangover.
And that's what we're going to talk about.
Yes, and we are absolutely interested because, of course, you know we drink. Okay, so Buzz Buddy, I noticed that one of the ingredients, which is my sister always rags on me about, is the
It's like et whistle, a wit whistle.
milk thistle.
Milk thistle.
And tell me about the ingredients. So you got milk thistle?
No, it's just it's a simple product. And I've been in this industry for 3 decades. And so one of the key things that I look for when I'm designing a product or taking any supplement for that matter is nonsense, right? I don't want to take anything that has things in it that I don't really, it's probably like wine, right? Like I want my wine to be wine. Like I don't want a bunch of additive preservatives and nonsense. Supplements are the same way. So it's just a 3-ingredient formula. Milk thistle is one of the key ingredients. And as most people know, that's protection for your liver.
Liver.
Super big and been in the buzz, in the industry, in the news right now.
You have diethylene.
That's the tough one. We'll start with L-cysteine. L-cysteine is an amino acid. So that's basically, we're getting L-cysteine in our proteins that we use and all those types of things, but it's really protective for the brain. And so that's the reason we added in the L-cysteine for that. And it's just an amino acid that's really good for, it produces glutathione, which is a really powerful antioxidant. But the key ingredient, the superstar of the product is called dihydromyricetin, DHM for short. And basically what that is a flavonoid that when we drink alcohol, it converts into a toxin called acetaldehyde.
Okay.
And the acetaldehyde is what goes to our liver and our brain and creates the problematic effects.
Now, would this cause you to not get buzz?
Beautiful question. Absolutely has zero effect on that. So if it's
We
not
pay too much money.
I'm chasing the buzz.
I'm trying to sell product, not sell product, Pam. You know what I mean? Like if that was the case, people would be like, but I do get that question a lot. People are like, hey, is this gonna affect my buzz? Is it gonna mitigate my buzz? Zero effect on that at all. So if you're drunk, you're drunk. This isn't gonna.
Let's put it to the test. Huh?
Yeah.
Just take one.
Yeah, it's not gonna sober you up. It's not gonna do anything like that. It's gonna basically metabolize the toxins before that portion can get to your liver and your brain. And that's going to be the beneficial effect to help mitigate the hangover or the blossom.
So it does mitigate the hangover.
Yes, 100%. That's what the flavonoid's actually designed to do, is to protect your liver and your brain. So there's 4 capsules in each of those little party packs.
Yeah.
I recommend doing it 2 ways. If you are the person that can remember to take stuff, I take 2 before I drink. So right now I'm going to pop 2, and then when we're finished, I'm going to take my next 2. Yeah, you just take them all. Yeah, just throw them all in the mouth. And then
Anally.
Yeah. And they're not suppositories. So, yeah.
I looked up that dihydromargarine.
Yep. The dihydromyricetin.
That
DHM.
whole Asian
100%.
of
Been around.
doctors from China.
Been used for centuries in Chinese medicine. Is it a
root, a flower?
It's actually it's a part of a tree. So yeah, it's a flavonoid that comes from this. I'll butcher it if I try to say it, but it's a tree that basically they use the root, the stems, all the things from it too.
What were they using it for, practicing with this mostly?
So liver health was, so when you get sick normally, like it's some form of inflammation. So if we wanted to get really nerdy about like dihydromyricetin and why we get hangovers,
yeah,
it's because the next day we're super inflamed.
Right.
Your liver's inflamed, your brain's inflamed. Like your brain hates to be dehydrated and hates to be inflamed. That's why you get a headache.
Right.
And so really what this is doing is it's diminishing inflammation by the metabolism of the toxins without going deep in the street. So in Chinese medicine, they would use it for all kinds of things.
Yes.
And somebody got sick, they would give it to them because anytime you're sick, whether it's a common cold, you're inflamed, right? That's the key to
Or flaming.
Yeah.
Which, you've been accused of before.
Man, I imagine like if you're gonna go to Napa or a big wine tasting or something, perfect thing to take
So,
before
hey,
you.
2 before, which of course I took mine with wine.
I do the same thing.
That's okay?
Absolutely. 100%.
So, took 2, and then let's say I'm going to go out on a bender tonight. Then take it's hours from now.
Okay.
Take 2 more.
Gorgeous question. Here's what I do. This is Jay's formula so I go to Vegas a lot. Get up in the morning, I go have breakfast. I'm in the casino. It's 10 o'clock. I don't want to drink, but some reason I'm drinking.
Of course. Yeah.
And so I pop my first 2 Buzz Buddy. And if it's 10 in the morning, I know I'm going to be going for it until at least 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to be a session.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be a 12-hour marathon. So what I would do in a situation like that, which isn't a normal day, I would take 2 when I started. I usually take 2 midday. And then I would take 2 more before I went to bed.
You did this for research only, right?
Yeah.
Oh, 100% research purposes. I mean, I don't even enjoy myself at all. But if I was gonna enjoy myself, that's what I would do. But on a normal, so let's just say that we're out to dinner. It's 6 o'clock. We're gonna have a bottle of wine, maybe 2 bottles of wine. That's when I would do my 2 before we started and then 2 before we went home.
Yeah.
Right. That's kind of my theory. But if we're going to Napa, we're gonna need a bunch. Right. We're gonna bring enough where we can take it throughout the day. Because my theory on that is like some people say, well, why don't you just wait until the end of the night to take it?
Yeah.
Well, it's because of the metabolisms of the toxin. If I can get those to start when I'm drinking and be prolonged throughout the activity, then I'm going to have a higher likelihood that I'm going to feel better the next day.
Yeah.
Right. Or if I just drink for 12 hours and then take 4, yes, is it going to help? But I'm not going to get the same long term.
Yeah.
Do you know if this sort of gets released through time, or you kind of, when you take the first 2, you can pee it out since you're drinking a lot?
Well, everything, not necessarily pee it out, but everything from a basic aspirin to a vitamin C to a whatever it is, without getting super weird, it's like everything has a half-life. And so in medicine and in pharmaceuticals and things like that, I used to work in the pharmaceutical industry as well, is the reason I'm versed on all of this. Everything has a half-life, meaning that's how long it takes for half the product to basically wear itself off in your system. It's why when you take, let's just say that you sprain your ankle and you take 2 ibuprofen.
Yes.
At first you feel great, right? And then it starts to fade. And then all of a sudden that pain starts to come back slowly. That's because the ibuprofen is diminishing in your system. So same thing with this. If we're only going to be drinking for a couple hours, then we really don't have any problems because we've got the 2 before, 2 after. We're going to cover our bases. It's when the marathon kicks in, like we're going to Napa and we're going to drink all day long. We're going to get up the next day and do it again. Like it's the big leagues, right? You got to play a little different for that than you do. I don't drink without it. So if Lori and I are going to have a glass or 2 of wine at night, I'm a nutrition. I'm a weird guy. Like I want to protect my body, period. And so I'll take 2 before, 2 after, even if I have 2 glasses of wine. So I'm not necessarily trying to I'm not going to get hungover from that, but
it will still have an effect on your body.
it'll have an effect on my body. And I wake up in the morning after that, not even feeling like I drank. And when I turned 50, like we'd have a couple glasses of wine, and some mornings I'd wake up, I get up at 3 in the morning to go to my fitness studio. Some mornings I'd wake up and I'd be like, gosh, I don't feel hungover,
But I just shit in my bed.
yeah. But that's kind of how you feel. I just felt stupid. Like I felt slow. I felt lethargic.
Spongy.
I felt like I'm walking through mud.
Yeah.
Now that I use this, I don't have that feeling. I'll get up at 3 and feel like I didn't even drink at all.
It's all about the liver, basically,
No.
when it comes to drinking. That is your train station.
Well,
That's the main.
And the head, the dehydration and the brain
Right.
thing, which this addresses both of those issues.
Have you ever thought, or maybe you already did, I'm just thinking ahead, like someone like me, when I drink a lot, the next day I'm like a cat. My nervous system is just shot. It's mainly because inflammation. No, but is there like an additive, something you can add to this to maybe calm the nerves for a long drinking day?
Or it's going to help with that. So what that is that they call it like hangxiety.
Yeah.
So it's basically because you're having a GABA rebound effect. Again, hit the bell if we need to.
GABA.
Right. So
GABA.
GABA is a hormone that we produce naturally in our body. It's kind of like the feel good. Like when your GABA is balanced and you're jamming, you're happy, you got that spunk and whatever. When we drink, it causes our GABA to bottom out. So what happens when we first start drinking? Like you almost get that like that elevated sense of like
Euphoria.
everything's funny.
So we go to Coachella, we do Molly for 2 days.
Bunch of mushrooms.
100%. It's day one of Coachella, right? But you know what I'm saying? Like you get that you almost euphoric effect. You feel bad.
Great.
Yeah. And then as the more you continue to consume, that starts to wane, right? And then a lot of times, I don't know about you guys, but when I drank before Buzz Buddy, I would go to sleep fine. But then sometimes I'd wake up at like midnight and I'm trying to solve problems that don't even
Exactly.
It's that anxiety feeling you're talking about. I feel nervous. I'm checking my phone. Did I say any shit? Did I say anything I shouldn't have said? Like, yeah. You start going through the system. All that is a GABA rebound. And so what the DHM does, back to your question about what was this used for centuries ago?
Yeah.
It was used for GABA as well. So somebody who came in with like a depressive anxiety disorder, they weren't giving them the laundry list of pharmaceuticals that we have access to today. It's centuries ago, they were giving them a product like this to help balance the GABA. So when we drink, we get that first peak of that GABA flush where we're feeling great. And then it just bottoms out like no tomorrow. And that's why you feel how you feel.
Yeah.
So what this is going to do is it's going to help that GABA ride in a more balanced state. It's not going to allow it to bottom out. I've had people ask me if they can take this even when they don't drink, because they feel so much better.
And the answer to that is absolutely, because there are things that, like my sister takes the milk thistle every single day.
100%, just on a normal way.
Yeah,
absolutely. Milk thistle's time tested. It's got tons of data. L-cysteine the same way. Like you mentioned, DHM's been around for centuries.
Is that and the milk whistle? Is that what
Thistle.
Thistle. That's a flower, right?
It is. It's actually a really. It almost looks like a yeah. It's a thing.
Dandelion.
Yes, and it's kind of purpley pinkish. I'm colorblind, so I think it's purpley pinkish. Really pretty flower, but yeah, it's naturally occurring.
I'm actually white.
So you got bark. You got bark from a tree. You got dandelion.
So this is all. It's all natural stuff. It's no chemicals.
Zero additives, zero preservatives, zero. It's gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian,
Now,
pescatarian, all the things.
where do you source your all the ingredients from?
So just from the DHM all the way to the thing, can be sourced from all over. So the thing with creating a pharmaceutical is there's only certain like manufacturers that do raw materials. And so you might have to get some raw materials from Asia, some from Africa, some from China. Depending on what the products are, you have to get them from various places. The United States doesn't, sadly, we don't produce a lot of our own, natural raw materials. So most of them do come from overseas. Yeah. But with that said, everything we do is third-party tested multiple times. So meaning like tested at the manufacturing facility and then has to be sent out to be sourced again and tested again from an outside party that can handle that. And one of the key things, because you will find other products that claim to do the same thing on the market. If anybody's looking and they decide they want to use a product like this and don't want to use Buzz Buddy for some crazy strange reason, the milligram dosage of the Buzz Buddy is the most important thing. So if there's not a minimum of 1,200 milligrams of Buzz Buddy in the pack that you're taking, it would almost be like taking, the daily dose of vitamin C. Somebody would be like, oh, let's take 1,000 milligrams. Pretty standard, 1,000 milligram capsule, pop it. It'd be like me giving you like 100 micrograms of vitamin C. Like you wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't even know it was there. I call that a pixie dusting. So a lot of supplements will pixie dust just so they can put it on the label. And so if you don't find dihydromyricetin in a 1,200 milligrams or more inside of your alcohol metabolism product, you're not buying an efficacious product. Meaning you're not buying a product that's going to do what it says it's going to do. That's the most key ingredient.
Do you recommend taking a little extra, or that's like the happy medium there?
In all the data they've run, that's the minimum efficacious dose, meaning that's the dose that they found works for the majority of people in the study.
Yeah.
Some people, everybody's a little different. Like I've been out, this is almost a year. It's Buzz Buddy's birthday will be like August 20th. We'll be out for a full year. I've had maybe 2 people in that entire year be like, Jay, I don't know if it worked or not.
Yeah.
And that's normal. It's like some people you can give an ibuprofen, they're like, it didn't even touch the pain. So everybody's a little different, but for most people, 99.9% of people, 1,200 milligrams is going to be your sweet spot. taking more is not going to be problematic, though. That's why for that long Vegas day or the long wine tasting day, you can get away with taking, like, I'll probably take 2,400 milligrams that day. I'll probably take 2 of these full packs.
Jay, so let me ask you something. So why aren't bars selling your product? Like, why isn't there a bar just putting a little shelf up there and saying, hey, you know what?
Have a good day tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's a phenomenal question. I think it's probably lack of education. I think that most people who own bars and things like that they're in the bar business. Yeah, they're not in the supplement business. And so
the first question you had was, do I take this and not get drunk?
Yeah.
So there's also,
But I really think like if you look at somebody who's going out to have fun,
yeah,
and then you look at a bar owner, like sort of like myself, like, is there money to be made for me to advertise them feeling good the next day? And I think that'll set you apart from a lot of other bars, you know?
I think the answer to that is yes. I think it's, like I said, I think it's an education thing. I think it goes twofold. I think the owner, the decision maker would have to have that interest, because I agree with you. Like, we drink to have fun, but then sometimes the next day it wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be.
yeah.
So if I can wake up and I'm like, hey, you know, I went to a buffet last night, had a blast, and I woke up today and I don't feel like shit. Like, that's a win-win for Buzz Buddy and for the bar that they let, in my opinion. But I think the owner and the decision maker has to be bought in, and then they're going to have to be willing to educate the bartender, the staff, right?
Yeah.
And I think some places don't want to do that. They just want to be in the bar business because there's, you know, that's what they signed up for. But I think there are, and what we're having, I'm brand new. We're like only a year old, so you want to be everywhere. My wife always tells me, like, if you were everywhere you wanted to be, you couldn't even handle yourself. And I'm like, that's fair. Thank you. You know, so come back to reality. So I want to talk to everybody. I want everybody to be like, this is amazing. But I think it's like, we're starting to have more of those conversations. Like, I'm having conversations with like big hotels now that are like, okay, like, especially in Vegas, they're like, the better we make people feel, the more they're going to drink, the more they're going to gamble, the more they're going to buy our shit, the more they're going to want to come back. They're not going to be in their room, you know, feeling like crap. The last place Vegas wants you was in your room.
Well, this could be in every room.
100%.
You take it and then you pay for it.
100%.
But I mean,
Like in the honor bars.
Yep.
yeah. So right now the issue the alcohol business is having in general is that they don't want to drink because they don't want to affect their bodies. I just think that this is the way of the future.
I agree. And you know what, I'm talking to a lot of, like, the world we live in now is like, it's, you know, super social media based. So I'm talking to a lot of influencers, and they're reaching out to me. I'm reaching out to them. And one of the common threads that I've seen over the last 90 days is the guys that I'm reaching out to that have these pretty substantial channels where they're making the craft cocktails and they're doing all the fun stuff and they're getting millions of views and whatnot. They're all like, hey, listen, I'm in the booze business, but I'm 40 now and I want to feel good. So I'm really into my health and fitness and blah, blah, blah. So when I hit them with my background, and I own a gym, I've been in the nutrition industry for 30 years. And then I hit them with theirs. So like, okay, I want to talk to this guy because he understands. He's not just some booze bag who's like, let's get hammered and, like, you know, whatever. It's like, there's a bigger science. There's a bigger play to this. It's like, yes, I don't want to feel like shit tomorrow, but I'm 50 and I want to keep having fun and drink. I love to drink. I love cocktails. I love champagne. I love good wine. I want that to last until I last, right?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes we get to stages in our life where, like, I've heard so many people say, I don't drink anymore because I can't.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I got hit by a bus even after like one cocktail.
We're talking to Jay Nixon with Buzz Buddy, and we are going to take a break. And we come back, I want to know your background and how you came up with this.
Love it.
Okay, we'll be right back.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!
Welcome back. We've got Jay here telling us that we are now able to drink smarter
Or more.
and more. Well,
I'll feel better the next day.
and feel better knowing you're metabolizing. It's not It's not a gimmick. You're actually helping your body metabolize the alcohol.
Be nice to your liver.
Be nice. You only have one.
That's true. How'd you get started?
Love that.
How did this come about, my friend?
Great question. To kind of touch on that before I answer that question, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I just take this electrolyte the next day, right? After I'm already feeling like shit, like I'll just try to rehydrate myself. Great idea, but why do we even need to get there, right? I think this in combination with that next day electrolyte is probably the best play, because so I do get that question a lot, so I kind of wanted to touch on that. How did I get here? I've been a sports nutrition health nerd since I was a kid. Like, I grew up in a tiny town in Texas, and the highlight for me was when we would drive an hour away so my mom could go to the mall, and I would just sit inside of a GNC, which I don't even know if they're still open anymore, but General Nutrition Center.
Yeah.
And I would read magazines, and I would read labels of bottles, and I just became fascinated with it. And so I started taking supplements at a super young age, like when I was in high school, and just learning more and more about it. And when I graduated from college, I got the opportunity to go to work for the largest nutritional supplement manufacturer in the world. And so that was kind of the entree into the world of me understanding like the the biochemistry behind supplements and how they're made and how they're processed and what they really do, the science. So I kind of got a crash course in this. So that was, 3 decades ago. I left that for a little while, went into the world of pharmaceuticals. So that'll give you a whole other, soiree into the human body and like how things work, the scientific mechanisms of supplements.
And synthetics.
The synthetics, the whole 9 yards, right? Like things that you...
And natural.
Yeah.
I mean...
And so I did, one day I was doing my pharmaceutical job, and I'm like, for lack of a better term, I'm like, this is bullshit. Like, this isn't something that you like what you're doing, but you don't, the things
You're not buying it.
the things I'm selling, I would never even take.
Yeah.
Like if my mother called me and said, hey, should I take the pharmaceutical that you're repping all day? I'd be like, absolutely not.
The shit's poison.
Yeah, do not. And so I made the decision then. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna leave this industry. I'm gonna go back to where I started. And that's when I created my sports nutrition business. So I have clients all over the world that I help lose weight, get healthy. I read their blood work, like hormones, the whole 9 yards. So that's kind of how I got into this world of like supplementation and sports nutrition. It's just, that's been my life. I feel like I haven't worked in the last 30 years since I've done that. And so this for me was like a step outside of that kind of like health and fitness world. I wanted to get more into like the lifestyle stuff. And if I'm honest, it was selfish. I love to drink, and I started getting these feelings. And so
Your age pushed you to this in a way.
I would say my age and my quest for longevity. So one of the things I always tell myself is I'm going to be in better shape at 50 than I was at 45 or 40 or whatnot. And so as I was consuming alcoholic beverages, I felt the ramifications were getting harder and harder and harder. And having my background, I'm like, well, let's just solve a problem. Right? So I think that for me, I look at everything as problem solution. So I'm like, if I have this problem,
Probably.
millions and millions and millions of people have the same problem that I have. I love health and fitness. I want to, this is a longevity play for me. So I just started the formulation, and I landed on BuzzBuddy, and we tested it for, almost a year before we brought it to market. I just give it to people. I mean, people are crazy. People take anything. I was like, you sure you want to take this? I mean, yeah, I trust me, but I don't know if you should. They'd be like, it's not fentanyl, is it? And I'd be like, absolutely not. They're like, okay, give it to me. They didn't care what else is
Yeah,
it.
nice package.
Yeah. As long as I wasn't trying to kill them, they're fine with it. So we tested this on, hundreds and hundreds of people, and the results and the feedback was just so overwhelmingly positive. It's something that I personally use. Like I always say in my other business, which I sell sports nutrition supplements, I make those for me too. I'm super selfish when it comes to like wanting the best qualities. It's probably like wine, right? You guys want the best quality wine that you could get your hands on.
What do you drink when you drink wine? Because this is a wine podcast, so we gotta.
Yeah, you mean brand, varietal, whatever.
Like, what do you like?
I'm phasical, which is probably not even a word, when it comes to booze consumption. I go through these kicks of like what I like. Like right now I'm really into champagnes. And so I'm like trying all these various champagnes from, anywhere and everywhere. Everything from California sparklings to like, real champagnes. Yeah. So anything I can get my hand on there, and I'm finding myself like chasing this perfect effervescence of the champagne, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So if you're not a champagne drinker, that probably sounds stupid.
You're chasing the brioche in the sparkling.
Yeah.
Like that's like the...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? No, if you don't drink champagne, you probably are like, I have no idea what he's talking about. But like, there's the perfect balance of like effervescence and like smoothness that I'm chasing that right now. When it's cold outside, or in the last couple of years, I've really been into like Pinots from like Oregon. I love Chardonnay, so I'll like if you give me the option to if you open a bottle of Chardonnay, I'm not going to balk at it. Right? I went through a big rosé kick, so I'm kind of all over the place. I don't do well, or I don't think I do well with heavy reds, but I think that's an education thing for me. I think it's like I haven't found the right one yet. Really,
and that is kind of what it's all about.
yeah,
We're just like finding the right milligrams of new supplements that are in here.
Now, where do you see Buzzed Buddy in 5 years? Where do you like to see it?
I love that question. The simplistic answer with that would be I would love for Buzz Buddy to be a product that was recognized without me having to be present to have it recognized. You know what I mean? Like I would like for it to become like household name might be a little bit, elevated,
But
right? But in that vein of like if somebody is a conscientious drinker who is into a product like this, looking for something like that, I would like to be mentioned in that paragraph or in that sentence without me having to prompt the question.
Like I feel like as an entrepreneur, your biggest success is you not having to be present to be making it, right? And that's kind of what you're saying.
That's the answer. Yeah.
Money while you sleep.
Yeah. And I love to work too, though. So it's like I anytime I get the opportunity to talk about this, like I literally will,
We're taking another break.
and then we're gonna find out where
Can you get this?
can we get this?
Yes. All right. Stick around. We're with Buzzed Buddy, Mr. Jay Nixon, and we'll be right back.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!
Okay, we're back, people. We are back. Those
That was a long break.
those commercial breaks seem to take forever.
Very long.
Real long.
So I'm a drunk and I want to maintain my brain and my liver. Where can I find this? Without getting a new liver,
Right.
where can I get?
We're actually doing a partnership with those guys. With every new liver, you get a free bag.
There you go.
But yeah, that's a great question. All you have to do is go to buzzedbuddy.com. So it's buzzed, BUZZED, buddy, BUDDY.com. And just for going there, like you automatically get 15% off if you've never been there before, never signed up. And I think it's a really cool product. And right now we're in that phase of business where I'm super hands-on. So if anybody has any questions or anything like that, like nothing happens without it coming across my desk. So I'm open to answer any and all questions. For me, like this is my passion. Like this is what I do. And so everything that you guys are looking at and you guys are listening to, this is all custom.
I can see golfers taking
Oh
this.
God, yeah.
Pro shop.
100%. That's one of our big things. So here's what people, right now, the concept is this. People are like, if I'm going to get hammered, I'll use Buzz Buddy, which I'm trying to like move people down the road of conversation. It's like,
Right.
yes, but, right, you don't have to get hammered to use the product.
Not a prerequisite.
Right. This is not, I didn't make this for like, this isn't like, I'm not calling sororities and fraternities and like, we're not doing keg stand contests. This is for the adults like us who, we like to still have fun.
That bounce back in the morning.
Yeah. And sometimes you get hammered. Yeah. My bad. Like I didn't mean to do it, but it happened. Right. But that's not the play when we're going out. So we do really well with golfers and like bachelorette parties, weddings. Like people are putting this in everybody's little gift bag, the bachelorette. So we're partnered with a bunch of companies that do, like, I didn't even know this existed before I started Buzz Buddy. There's companies that like, if you want to get married, you hire this bachelorette company to throw your party in like Scottsdale or Vegas. So we're partnered with companies like that, where when the girls come in, these are already in their party packs, right?
Now, what is the price point?
So there's 10 party packs in each pack. So it's basically 10 nights of drinking. And that's going to be around, if you go to the website, you're going to get 15% off automatically. But if you don't have any discount, you don't have anything, it's going to be $49. The more there's 10 drinking nights in there, 10 packs. Yep. So 10 nights in there. So it comes out to a little less than $5. So it's less than your first round, less than the tip. Hopefully you're tipping. less than all of those things. And so it's super economical. And the more you buy, like if you go to the website, if you buy 3 bags, it comes down to like $40. If you buy 6 bags, it comes down to like $39. So you can get it as cheap as right under $30. And we're going to give you 15% off just for going to the website. So it's a win-win-win for everybody.
Very good. And you have had amazing results with it as far as people coming back to you and saying,
Absolutely. I'd say 75% of people are rebuying. That's coming back in. So that's the cool thing, because then we know it works, right? We know they're getting,
yes.
And the testimonials I get, like people sending me in like, hey, like one of the cool things that we get is this statement. It's like, there's no way I should feel this good after what I did yesterday or what I did last night or whatever. So, the unsolicited testimonials are what kind of really keep you going, to know that
you're on the right.
You're tapped into something pretty cool.
Drink smarter, feel better. Pam, why Buzzed Buddy works? Tell me why.
Because alcohol creates toxins in your body that put stress on your liver and brain, which we've already learned. Do these little cards come in like so there's a little information card.
Absolutely.
Is this in when you mail it out?
That's amazing. That's great.
It tells you, what's inside, how to take it. And
QR code. What do you shoot? What does that get?
But it's going to take you right to the website.
Website.
Yep.
So check out the website. If you don't believe us, are there testimonials on the website also?
Yes.
Check out the website, buzzedbuddy.com.
We're actually going to get super drunk tonight and taste it.
Yeah. And we'll let you know.
And if you're a social media person, we are so YOUR Buzz Buddy everywhere. So at your Buzz Buddy, YOUR Buzz Buddy, you can find us on all social media platforms as well.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you, brother.
And can our listeners in the UK and France and
and other, because we do have some, God bless, German friends.
Yeah, we are definitely shipping international. I just got an email the other day from somebody from the Netherlands, and so we just signed them up and got it cranking out.
So be the first in your country.
Yeah, but the only place right now you can get it is at buzzbuddy.com, and we did that strategically because we wanted to be able to control the quality, the product. And in every order of BuzzBuddy, in every product you order from me from any of my companies, you're going to get a handwritten note from me or one of my employees that packs your bag. Because we want you to know that, like, we're connected. Like, this isn't an automated factory somewhere, that you've never heard of. Like, we're actually involved.
And even though some of the ingredients aren't in the United States, but everything is...
We're packaged, we're manufactured. Everything is manufactured in the United States with 100% testing. All supplements are. Like, anybody who tells you that they're 100% sourced in the United States, I shouldn't say anybody, but that'd be a tough thing to do.
Yes. Well, hey, I can't wait to try it out. We are going to Vegas because we made wine and it won an award, which we don't even know yet. So we'll let you know when we win.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So
when we get that, but we are planning on probably being pretty shit-faced for most of the time.
You better be.
Yeah.
No, I doubt that.
That's a perfect test case too. When you go there and you do that, that's when you'll get the real essence of, because Vegas is hard on you even when you're not silly. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a different kind of city, so it can wear you down. So this has been my saving grace for Vegas for sure.
And like you said, you said you do have people that just take it daily.
Oh yeah, I've launched it. They just take it. They don't even break
as a supplement.
Right.
Feel a little better.
Just to help with their GABA, to help the liver protection.
GABA.
Like, if you research right now, if you just go on there and put liver or whatever, there's gonna be more products that you could shake a stick at, because it's buzzy right now in the world of social media and the internet. And so, and like you said earlier, your liver is. You get one. Yeah. It's an imported organ.
It's Grand Central Station.
Yeah, it filters literally anything and everything that you put in your body. Yeah. And so we got to make sure we're taking care of that.
And as drinkers, we're hard on our livers.
100%.
Well, I am
Jay Nixon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys. It's been awesome.
Yes, and we'll give an update.
Thanks for coming inside the bunghole with us.
I want to say pleasure to be here, but I don't know. I mean, I'm a little confused on what to say to that.
That is a hole in the barrel.
No, I know. I actually looked it up because I'm as a wine drinker, but not as a versed person. I'm like,
inside the bunghole.
Why would they name it?
My first thought being I was born in the 70s, and you guys too. I was like, are these guys Beavis and Butthead fans?
Yes.
I'm like, yeah. And so I'm like, And as I'm looking it up, my wife's like, it's the cork, the thing they put in the barrel more on, so they're not beat us. But I'm like, okay, babe, I'm just checking.
Well, we
Okay, you're doing your homework.
Yep.
We're good, man. Yeah.
well, all right.
Thank you so much,
Thank
and
you,
we
guys.
will we'll be keeping up with you,
Love it.
and hopefully see you all over the place.
I hope so too.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you guys.
If you want to know more about Inside the Bunghole, join us on all our social media platforms. You can get a revisit and view all the latest posts, giveaways, and information on this podcast. Simply search Inside the Bunghole on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. Or you can email us at insidethebunghole@gmail.com. Thanks for tuning in, and visit our website at insidethebunghole.buzzsprout.com, where you can always find our latest podcast and past episodes. Cheers!